Christmas. Oh,
I'll have that be a cold intro.
Christmas. Hey, welcome back to Empty Minds. That's us.
Hey.
There's four of us.
Is it not switching?
No, that's not gonna switch anymore.
Oh,
I'm gonna do it manually.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was just like, 'cause I
It's not
noticed
just
it's
gonna
been
be
like stuck
you.
on me the entire time.
Yeah, so we just got back from seeing Godzilla -1, didn't we?
Not zero, not one.
Minus
one.
one.
Why is it called -1?
Because it's after the war, so it's meant to be like the Japanese have less than nothing.
Oh,
I thought it was.
Actually, I don't know.
I thought it was.
That
Like,
is my interpretation.
I thought it was like, you know how before they launch a missile, it's like T-1 or T-.
well, I know there's like the nuclear codes. Like,
Yeah, I don't
I
actually.
don't
want
You
to
talk
know
about
the
the-
nuclear
I don't.
codes.
Very casual. I know the nuclear codes. Okay,
What a flex.
we shouldn't say the nuclear
I'll
codes on
have
stream. I'll have to
on my
cut that.
Bumble profile.
Yeah,
Grammar nuclear codes.
I have the nuclear
Crime
football.
Stoppers.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck. But what a movie. Holy shit. Like and subscribe, sorry. What a movie.
Well
Godzilla
deserved.
-1 had to be one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. And I know that's like a general consensus, maybe not a fucking crazy opinion, but it was. It was awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
The movie, I want to say Christian and I were talking about how I said like, oh yeah, I love these Godzilla movies, but they keep having these shitty human plots. I was like, just drop that, give us the monsters. Let me say, oh no, okay, let me just say, after this movie, give me more human plots, because that one was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was a common complaint that we all had during the Godzilla 2014, whatever. It's just like, stop with the human drama, give us Godzilla. And that's only because that was our best thing that we had. Because they were doing the human stuff so bad.
So
I thought you were going somewhere with that.
No, I can hear Brand's mic touching of the mic.
And you focus on it. That's
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's all so
all you think about.
That's all you think about.
you can't stop thinking about it.
I can hear you touch it.
I bet you're thinking about it right
What
now.
was I even saying?
How bad?
I'm just thinking about it.
How
You're
bad you are.
talking-
Yeah, no, it's like this. I didn't know it was possible. You can actually tell good human stories. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, holy shit. It was very anime.
I know. I
Yeah,
love that.
that's why I
aspect
love
about
it.
Yeah.
Very animated. Like a lot of the reactions when the main character was crying and yelling, I was like, if he was animated right now,
Yeah.
It feels.
Yeah.
it would feel the same as an anime. And like sometimes their facial expressions, but I don't think I've seen Korean movies. I don't know if I watched a live action Japanese movie before.
So,
I don't think I ever have
I
either,
guess
especially in
that's true.
theaters.
Well, I watched the Seven Samurai. Is that Japanese?
Like
or is
Train to
that-
Busan.
I think
Samurais and ninjas are both Japanese.
no, like made Japan. I think it was. It was made by a Japanese man.
Train to Busan
Or
is
Japan
a
or something.
Korean movie.
Korean,
Right?
South
Yeah.
Korean. That was not
Yeah.
as anime.
Yeah, that was more just zombie.
It was good
survival.
though. That was a
Yeah.
fucking good movie. But yeah, so this movie starts out with full-on spoilers. This is not a non-spoiler review. This is a entirely spoiler review.
Yeah.
We got our main character, Koichiro?
Yeah.
Korichi?
First
I'm
one.
not gonna say his name.
It's Koichiro. I don't know. Cheerios.
It might be Koichi.
Yeah.
And then there was Noriko.
Yeah.
That was
no,
the girl.
yeah.
We all know the girl. We're like, fuck.
Yeah,
she was
I know
something.
her name.
But I swear, I only figured that out halfway during the movie. The other half, I was like, he's Noriko.
He's
Noriko.
Noriko. Yeah.
I thought the girl's name was his name, and I was pretty confused.
Yeah. Generally, like, it's not even for me because it was Japanese. I just always I don't focus on people's names in movies. Like if I'm watching I Am Legend, I don't know a single character's name. Not a single.
No?
one.
Weird.
I know Will Smith.
usually
in it.
all their names.
That's about it.
They kept referring to because that's why it's because they only
Oh,
I think
Okay.
she referred to him by his first name. Everybody else referred to him as his last name, like Shamisitsky. Because there was Nado, who was the
there
doctor.
was. It's like Shimataru or something. I don't know.
That's not it. That's so far removed. It was Shamis.
Who?
The main character.
like his last name.
It did start with like
It's because in Japan they usually call you something sir, and it's always like your last name. And but the movie starts with our main character who is at war, and he's a kamikaze pilot. And the kamikazes were meant to fly the planes into something and just explode, kill themselves.
Right.
They're supposed to die for honor of their country, but take out something on the way. But he faked something with his plane so that he could land and just like get out of the war pretty much. And so he could evade his duty, and he lands with these pilots, and some people come and they're like, yeah, we get it. But was not expecting Godzilla this soon.
Yeah, no. And I also that small.
Yeah.
You got baby Godzilla showing up on Odo Island.
Really?
Yeah, no, it wasn't actually.
Yeah, because they mentioned how he got way bigger later. So that was a much smaller. Like this Godzilla was probably the size of maybe like.
I mean, he was still pretty damn big.
He was big, but I think he was probably about the size of like a regular office building in a city. And then he got tall as a skyscraper later on.
It was like
growing and growing.
Yeah, and it was because of the nuclear, like local nuclear testing that they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they even referred to him as a dinosaur-like creature. So I think in this it was like dinosaur. He was a leftover dinosaur. Leftover. He was. There was leftovers.
There will be leftovers.
There's still Godzillas out there.
Godzillas.
I never heard that before.
So yeah, there's a million Godzilla. There was like a Godzilla left over from the prehistoric era, with Jurassic era. Holy fuck! I don't know my ears.
Yeah.
And so our main character ends up having to be another hero because he got out of his duty, and once again he was scared and he couldn't shoot at Godzilla, and he got everybody killed. So he returns from war scarred and traumatized and really regretful of his decisions. Comes home, he has nobody. Ends up forming a love interest with this girl who just pretty much, she was great.
Oh yeah.
I love how she just like, fuck you, we're part of this now. And she just pretty much moves in, and he lets her, and she has a baby that's not hers, and they raise it as like this little family. Yeah. And
raise it.
What else?
Like it's a creature they found.
They had a baby Godzilla.
Yeah, like
they raised this thing.
Which I feel like was she turning it? Oh, we'll talk about that.
Was she turning into Godzilla?
We'll talk about that at the end.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that later. There's a post credit scene. No, not really. But yeah, there was also this other character who really blamed the main character. What are we gonna call him? Shimi? What's his name?
We'll just call him the main character.
So the protagonist. Yeah, like she blames him for the loss of her kids because she believes that if he actually did his
neighbor
job,
does.
If he actually did his job as a kamikaze pilot, then her kids might have survived. But yeah,
because I don't know if you mentioned it, you just made it sound like that girl who brought in the house. She blamed him for.
Oh yeah, not her.
He had a neighbor that lost her kids that she blamed because he didn't do his duty. She knew him and knew he was going to be a kamikaze pilot. So then eventually it's just like he gets this job where he has to farm mines. He farmed them. He has to go with this ragtag group of guys and get mines out of the ocean, and they blow them up.
That was pretty cool, that part.
Yeah, that was and then once again encounters Godzilla, and he sees him before everybody, and then they were actually the Japanese knew Godzilla was there.
Yeah,
and they sent them to be like the first, pretty much bait.
Yeah, pretty much
before the big ship comes, and then they ended up blowing something up in Godzilla's mouth. Now, this was something I've never seen in a Godzilla movie before, but a regeneration factor.
Yeah,
this motherfucker was healing like Wolverine.
I know they've talked about that in one of the other movies. Was that 2014?
Really?
Well, he wasn't regenerating like that, like nothing like that at all. But there was talk about something in terms of because he's a lizard or something. There was mention of something, but it was not done in that way. Where it was like literally his mouth.
But that's exactly what I thought. Like a lizard losing his tail, it grows back.
Yeah. It's funny. I pull up Twitter and just type in Godzilla, and apparently some screenshots were released for Godzilla versus Kong. A completely different Godzilla.
It's not versus.
Oh, and Kong fucking holding hands or whatever the fuck they're doing.
I think they're buddies.
Yeah.
You should have fused with him.
Oh, is this a newer?
You know what? I'd pay to watch that.
Wait, is this from like
Fuse with
the
him.
current like the U.S. franchise or whatever?
Which I like both franchises. I like both different takes. It's neat.
It's so hard for me to say now after this. I was so.
Well, you don't have to compare them.
I kind of have to.
No.
Do it.
I the thing about this Godzilla is he's fucking terrifying, and I love that they treat him like an actual fucking animal. Like they're trying to like distract him and everything, and it's like this Godzilla or the US one is all like has feelings, and I don't know.
Wait, I don't think he has feelings.
What are the feelings? But they make him so like he starts to like have a bond with certain characters or whatever.
Does he?
Which one was that? King of Monsters?
He has like
that one kid.
He's the great equalizer.
No, that's Kong that does.
Oh, okay, well,
because Kong's a monkey, and then the kid can sign.
It's the same shit.
Godzilla in those movies is just Godzilla, and he doesn't even care about us. He will just protect the world at any cost, any threat to it in this. So that's why it's like you see Godzilla in a city and he's still fucking it up because he doesn't care. His main thing is just to destroy the threat. And then he returns back to the ocean. He doesn't care about us, which I still think is cool. Kong cared more about this little girl or whatever. We're getting way off topic.
He was always in the water too.
What?
He was always in the water too.
Yeah. And
I just wanted to segue and say it's funny to be reminded of a very different Godzilla. That's not. I prefer this Godzilla in this movie where he's just evil.
Yeah, no, I love.
I don't really like the ancient savior of the world sort of.
I was on his side the whole time.
Yeah, like it was crazy how much we saw him.
But in this movie, like you mentioned the CGI a little bit. I think it looked great. Like I didn't have any qualms with it.
Like when you watch the trailer, it looks a bit off. You're like, okay, it's not as like how you would see actual movies nowadays, but they actually showed everything though. That's the one thing that all Godzilla movies now will never do. There'll be destruction and you'll just see something happen. They cut immediately. And it's just a bunch of mess of whatever. And this one, you're seeing an actual like ship being thrown. And it's like literally a continuous shot watching the ship going into a building. And it's you're seeing everything. And that's what I really liked about this. It felt so real.
Yeah, some of the effects were a little janky to me. Yeah. It wasn't like the effects in ours are better. There are some that were amazing in this movie, and they were better than ours. But overall, Godzilla had like sometimes like our physics are better than theirs. Like when that train was flying through the air and then it like hit the track and then just stopped. That's not how physics work.
Yeah, I know.
Trains don't get stuck in the ground like that.
Speaking of CGI though, and like the quality of it, I'm still impressed. Like this is my favorite movie of the year. I'm pretty sure. And it was made on they say 20 million, but if you convert it to like American or something, it's like 50 million. Yeah. It's roughly that amount of budget. Very low compared to other Godzilla movies, 200 million plus. So I'm impressed with what they could do.
Goes to show, like, I can see where they put their budget. There was some shots that were lesser than others, but there was some that were fucking amazing.
Like close-ups of Godzilla's face, amazing.
Yeah.
Really good.
His movement was weird too. Which
was that intentional? I can't figure it out.
I don't know if it was like the supposed to be a classic feel to it or something, but
he just looked very stiff. But when he shot the let me just say that was the coolest hyper beam ever. It was a fucking nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
I love that. Holy shit.
It was nuts. I loved it. I wish we had a better theater because of one that had like really good bass. But I still got the good impression.
When he was building up and I was like,
oh, it's happening.
Where did my seat?
The guy beside me. Oh.
You got some really excited guy.
Yeah, the guy beside me too.
Me. You both were talking about me, you motherfuckers. It's been cold the entire time. I was quiet.
I heard
slowly
James
munching my.
I heard James in the movie too.
Popcorn.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
I heard some other kids down there.
I heard someone on our right above us. I was definitely
James talked a couple times. Yeah, for me, the only guy I had was
guy.
The guy sitting.
He's just confessing to it. I just need to get this off my chest. I had one guy here once.
The guy sitting beside us, he just kept laughing every time that little girl was crying, and she cried about like 3 or 4 times, and every single time he's just like
Kumiko, or is that her name?
Akiro, her name, right?
Oh. Yeah, Kimiko is the girl from The Boys.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Every time she was crying, he was just like,
"Isn't it Akiko?"
Like maybe Akiko.
Yeah, I mean, child actors, they're never the best. It's rare to get a good one.
Yeah.
So I didn't expect much.
I thought she was fine.
When she cried, it was a sad cry.
Oh, yeah.
I swear to God, they pinched her or something because she was completely fine, and then you didn't see her legs, and then I swear they fucking just pinched the baby.
Just strangle her puppy.
Oh, baby. Nice little girl.
She was a pretty I would call her a baby. She was a little baby.
Yeah,
age.
she's like 2, 3. Like, and I'd say everything was fine in terms of the acting. Like, there was nothing.
No,
The only thing that was a little off though was like, in terms of just like the dialogue for that little girl. Like my youngest daughter's the same age. She wouldn't say the same things that she said. Where it was like, oh yeah, this thing is from Daddy, and like just the exact same thing. I was just like, it's a little off. Like the like
kids are smarter elsewhere than they are here. I swear to God, I've seen French kids. They're 1 year old speaking fluent French. I don't get it. There's some like, and I swear they are. They're a different breed everywhere else. And
yeah.
But then so the main character, this girl and this baby, ragtag group they all start a relationship.
They start a family, or they form a family.
You know what I mean? She had this little baby, and then they became a family. But the man and the woman weren't together.
Yeah, they were, because he had his war wasn't over. Basically,
his war wasn't over.
That's
He brought back so many feelings from the war. He didn't feel like he could give love because he was still preoccupied with it inside.
That's the shit that really felt like that was amazing.
Yeah.
Like when he was just like, I mean, I was laughing a bit.
It felt real,
whatever. But like, I guess the realities of just war, coming back from a war and all that. Like, when he was just like, oh, is this a dream? Am I alive? Like some of the scenes, I kind of laughed a bit. That was
awesome.
But it was like,
you laughed.
It's well.
You sicko. They'll turn on you, you fucking bastard.
Like, I laughed a bit, but it's like that is what makes good stories like that like really good.
Well, I feel like the Japanese are much more
very heroic.
The Japanese are much more involved with their feelings, because you would never see a main protagonist in a Western movie crying that much.
Yeah, like Chris Hemsworth can't do that performance.
No, like this guy cried a bunch of times, and it was emotional, and it was from the pain of the war and shit like that.
And you still liked him.
Yeah, I was in love with him.
You still liked him aside. He was like crying on him.
Exactly, and then he finally. And then he's finally able to want to be with this girl that he was with after all this time. He was like, you know what? I do love her. And you know what? Even though I got those guys killed, I want to live. I want to live. And then as soon as he does that, Godzilla fucking attacks the city that she's working in.
It's like an anime.
Hyper beams and atomic bomb blows them all the fuck away. She ends up pushing him into an alley. She saves him. And next thing you know, she's just fucking gone.
Yeah.
Which I feel like, the way she looked afterwards, she should look so much worse.
Well, we got to get back into that.
Because, like, yeah.
Wait, what?
Like, we never got into it yet.
Yeah, he's got to get into that.
Yeah.
No, but like, see,
well, you just provide context.
That's what I liked about this movie, though, was that fucking
Where's
beam.
The context?
Hold on, the heat wave, like. In all other Godzilla movies, whenever there's a beam or something's happening or whatever, there's never like that. What did you call that?
Just an explosion.
That wave of after an explosion.
Yeah.
It's an aftershock.
Yeah.
You never see that in that way where it's like real. And like that happened so far away. There's a crazy fucking cloud after. And then that insane wave. I feel like I'd have to go back and rewatch the US Godzilla movies, like the last 10 years or whatever.
Oh, I can tell you what happens.
But I feel like a beam goes off and people are just like, nothing really happens.
In all the Western movies, was it Garfield? Oh, it said Garfield's laser beam.
Well, that sums up the Western
giants.
movies. Or can we throw Garfield in there? Make it work.
Somebody, if any of you are talented, animate a fucking huge Garfield. Japan.
Also.
Garfield -1.
You're like, no, I could talk about the American thing. So Garfield. That's your follow-up.
No, so in the Western movies, Godzilla's fucking laser beam is just the beam of energy. That's it. It is the same consistently all the way through. And it acts like a laser. So it would chop a building in half. But once it reaches a certain point, it just cuts out. It's no more.
Mm-hmm.
Which the energy beam is so like condensed. What it is that it's almost like shooting a gigantic bomb out of his mouth. So imagine the hyper beam is just this big, long bomb. And when it hits the destination, then it's like that bomb explodes, and it's like a big nuclear blast with like a mushroom cloud and aftershock. So when it does, you like that explanation? So when it goes off, She ends up pushing them into an alley. They're not close enough where they're blown away, but they're close enough where they feel like the air and the still some of the explosion. What happens is that it pushes and then it pulls in. So what happens is she pushes him into an alley to avoid all the air blasts, and she gets blown away and then comes back, and then she's just gone, and you don't know where the fuck she is. Oh. And it was fucking insane. And never in another movie to charge up the fucking beam, his tail spikes.
Yeah, I know. That was...
Yeah.
And I know it was all
Very
CGI, but for some reason that looked very practical.
It did. It was almost like they used miniatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have to do the tail thing, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
I love the blue.
I fucking hate this podcast sometimes. I was going to say it reminds me of a toy I used to have. But I'm like, I can't say this shit. I meant like an actual Godzilla toy.
Sure you can. There's a...
I thought that was outside behind me. I got scared. It's the end of times. So that's Garfield.
It's not Garfield.
Where the fuck is it coming
Garfield's
from?
fucking tail.
So that's Godzilla's first appearance. No, it's not.
It slips on the up tongue, eh?
That's his first appearance in Japan.
Yes.
No, that's his first appearance on the shore of Japan. Weren't they on an island before?
They were on Odo Island, which is probably
It's probably in Japan.
further out. Yeah, it probably is.
This is so full of inaccuracies.
We'll keep it in.
I don't think they ever make it to Tokyo, right?
No.
They're about to go there. So I wonder
in
if in a sequel they can actually go.
That was one of my favorite parts about Godzilla King of Monsters.
Yeah.
Was at the end of the movie they played Godzilla by Blue Oyster Cult, one of the best fucking songs.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh no! They say he's got to go, 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 Godzilla! Fucking beautiful song. But it was performed by the singer of System of a Down.
Oh wow!
You guys should listen to it. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, right.
So then, continuing the journey of our main character, now his woman is gone. He still has the baby. He was a little bit. He was like, I'm not the dad, but you know, he wanted to be the dad, but he just didn't feel like he could emotionally be there for it. And now he's just consumed with vengeance. He's turned all of his inner hatred towards Godzilla.
Yes.
So now Godzilla took away the only thing that he had to live for. So now his main goal is to we all have to kill Godzilla. They form a committee with some people from the boat, that he was working on, the mine boat, and some ex-military officers, and they form a plan. Now, can you explain, Mr. Scientist, the plan?
Their plan basically is to use, what was it, like?
Freon.
It was Freon. So a bunch of Freon gas, because I don't know, I guess this is a real thing. You release the gas in water and it has like I guess it's heavier or denser. I don't know. It fucking pulls you down. Even if it's like, that's their plan, basically.
Yeah.
Wrap Godzilla with a chain and it has canisters of Freon gas, detonate the gas, and it'll pull Godzilla all the way to the deepest part of the ocean in that area. Yeah. And then if that fails, they'll like release basically an air cushion and have him go surface really quickly, and maybe that'll fuck him up.
Because they are relying on the ocean's compression and decompression to kill Godzilla, which is very creative.
Yeah,
like when I saw that, I was like, you know what? Every other movie has to do that now.
Well, it's really funny when you think that was the plan, and it's fucking awesome. But what killed him is just good old batshit explosives.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the...
Well, that's what was amazing is like when he comes back up afterwards, like he's fucked up. Like he's
it did hurt
not
him.
Just
but the thing was, he probably would have died, honestly, but he stopped it.
Yeah, he was
halfway, and he stopped the decompression, and so they let me go back. So then they get this plane. And the guy's plan, our main character, is he was a fighter pilot. So his main plan is to fly the plane, get Godzilla's distraction. This is his plan with his group, and lead him to the place, and they're going to do the plan. But he has another plan. Because he was a kamikaze pilot, he's like, I'm going to fulfill my duty. So he gets the one guy who survived on that island with him, who fixed the airplanes, he wants him as like a little bit of redemption. He needs that guy to come back and help him with this. Because he needs to feel like
he needs his approval, or
it's almost like he's like, I did you wrong. Now please, we gotta make this right.
Yeah.
So then he comes back and he beats the shit out of him. It was fucking awesome.
Ties him up in his house or something.
Yeah.
Like when he had him and he was like punching the shit out of him, and he grabbed his hair and looked at him.
Yeah.
That guy, that was the most believable acting in that. Like, I'm not saying it wasn't good, but that part was like, I believe this guy. This guy's fucking pissed about the war.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You can feel it in your hair
My hair.
when he pulled hair.
Oh.
Fuck, he was pulling your hair too.
I was just in my seat.
For immersion purposes, like they got a crew guy behind you, just yanks your head
We
back.
were in the D-box seats.
Yeah, the D-box
You
experience.
should have grabbed Christian's hair when that happened. Like this.
Be so confused. But yeah,
Which way? You'd be confused. I'm so turned on. Right? After that guy grabs him and fucking beats him up and gets him. And then eventually he convinces him, we're going to take down Godzilla. And the guy's like, okay. So he is a mechanic. So he's like going to fix this plane that they got. And I knew what was going to happen. I think everybody in the theater probably knew. It wasn't like a crazy twist. They talked about ejection seats before and how the kamikaze planes didn't have them. But then they say that this is a newer plane. So then I was like, oh, well, it's going to have an ejection seat.
they were establishing that. Yeah, maybe we haven't been valuing human life as much as we should. And they described a couple things. They also mentioned kamikaze stuff. So,
And I kept thinking like
messaging
that,
wise, they were setting
that
up
red
a trend.
thing like would have a secret thing that maybe that guy didn't know about. I kept thinking it was gonna happen. Like it was like
Cappuccino.
See, this is what I told you.
I know, that's what I told him.
yeah, that's why I brought it up.
I told him that you
Because
told,
I told
me
him that
and I was
in
like,
the
oh my
car. He
God.
was like, oh,
Motherfuckers.
that's why I brought it up.
Trying to steal my fucking point.
I told him for C4.
Because in the movie, they don't mention the handle for the ejection seat. You find out after.
Yeah.
It's like he crashes the plane into Godzilla's mouth, it blows him up, kills him, and then you find out that he ejected. Oh my god. He gave so hard.
I don't know how he died.
Right in
It
his
might go
mouth.
in his mouth, though.
Well, it just blew his head
There
off.
were some bombs in the plane as well.
Really? I didn't see bombs in the plane.
Yeah, they loaded it up with a couple.
There's like a big scene where they just shove bombs in the plane.
Yeah, they described
think
everything,
amazing
like every
that
missile
plane killed
and
him.
bomb in there.
Mines can't.
And then he's showing him the plane, and then it intentionally leaves out. It shows that there is a scene where he describes that there is a handle there to eject, but it doesn't show us that initially. So then I thought he's like, this is the switch, pull this, and it takes the safety off the bomb. Now I thought that guy was gonna be like, he installed an injection seat. Injection. This is a drug addict. No, he installed an ejection seat.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Are we sure?
man. Like that. The good thing he didn't do what you guys both thought, because he primed that nuke when he was far away from Godzilla.
I know.
He would have yanked that shit, flew out.
That's
the
what I
plane
was.
spiral out
That's what I thought too. I was like, he's pulling this really early.
really hard. What?
I said early, not hard.
He ate the airplane.
He primes the thing with the red leaf. You're
He
like, "Fuck,
ate
that's
the whole
hard."
airplane. And then the movie
It's
ends.
too aggressive there.
Why the fuck is he pulling it so hard?
That's all you're thinking about.
Like he eats the whole airplane and the movie ends.
Also, that handle pulled it out really far. You see that?
Did
It's
Yeah.
like out to here. I was like, holy fuck! It didn't even make it that like that. And
But
so yeah, their plan does damage to Godzilla. They end up blowing up his head. They beat Godzilla. Their main thing was that they didn't want to take any casualties because I don't know the history of Japan, but they were like, Japan's government treated us like shit. And they just used us as tools pretty much. Didn't care who died. Nobody's dying. So as Godzilla was bearing up to hyper beam all these motherfuckers, he flew the plane into his mouth, blew up his head, won it for Godzilla. Then you see his ejection seat. He ends up going home to the baby.
Yeah, there was a moment of silence when Godzilla was about to breathe fire on. No, not that, but you know what I mean. There were that moment is when they realized they were screwed. They had their plan A and B fucked up, and they were just.
That's what that guy was
yeah.
laughing about.
And then
too.
they hear a plane.
But I've never heard a theater that quiet.
I know for so
But holy
long.
fuck, we had a showing of Taylor Swift right beside us.
I know.
yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why he was laughing.
I know.
I remember
it
that.
sounded like it was in the movie, like, but it was completely.
I was thinking that
unintentional.
maybe
It was supposed to be dead quiet, but we're hearing like.
it was so loud that it was believable.
I know it was just faint enough where I thought it was like supposed to be music for
That's
the
where I
movie, but I
wish-
was like, this is like, I'm like moving in my seat. I'm like, what the fuck?
You're also by the wall, so you must have heard it really well. That's why I wish we had a better theater. The one we had didn't have too much good bass, and you can hear the other theater room.
Yeah.
So
But it's the only theater it was playing in.
yeah, unfortunately,
So so Taylor Swift made her way, and she is a Godzilla of a performer.
that's
And-
just in the pilot, like, or in the pilot in the plane.
Pilot.
It's
He's
the pilot.
listening to music and everything.
I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, it's a,
And then
jams.
you find out that his girlfriend, who was chucked away by the blast, is alive.
And she's
And
turning to Godzilla.
and I will tell you this. No, you guys both. I have no. You know, at the end of the movie, they showed Godzilla in the water rebuilding, right?
Yeah.
Why is she turning into?
Did you see her neck? No, it was like the last shot. There was like they're showing whatever, and then they like kind of went around to the side of her neck, and she something growing on her neck.
Yeah, did you see that? Or did you,
Oh, she's probably a cancer.
I don't think cancer like grows that fast.
Maybe.
Holy
It's not,
hickeys.
cancer's not like venom.
No, but it's like radiation poisoning
I don't know if that
because they said he was nuclear.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I didn't
know
see
if
what you guys are talking about.
Like
No,
It's probably
they're,
hickeys.
listen, they are setting up her to become Mothra. It's gonna happen. Like that. It was that crazy.
I know because they just the way they cut to it, I was like, I'd have to go watch or go read like a plot summary just to see
Okay.
exactly what's going on. Because
Now, I need to tell you guys, I was preoccupied at that point because at the end, I got sad. I did. I was
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, like. And then when she showed up, but I was happy sad. I was like, oh shit, like. But I wasn't about to cry. But then I thought of what if me, Brandon, and Christian were like all crying. And then it made me start laughing. So then I'm in my seat like, and he hears this, and he thinks I'm.
I know.
And you want to know what he did? He's
What?
in his seat, hears me.
I'm like, anyways.
But I was really just laughing my fucking.
Because you leaned in afterwards and you're like, you said something about crying. I couldn't fully understand what you're saying. So I said, what? What?
He moved away.
So you said, yeah, imagine if we were all crying. Oh, okay.
You thought I was crying.
oh fuck.
This entire
Can you
time.
please just make me feel better? Imagine we're all crying. It's not just me.
I almost cried.
I was crying. No, listen, there were a lot of emotional moments in this movie. Like, that was good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The only part I felt sad about was when that little kid was crying.
I cried when Godzilla died.
See Brad leans forward, just
He didn't kill them all.
listen. That's how I feel about the
he came
King
back.
of the Kong. What the fuck am I saying? Yeah, the Planet of the Apes. That's how I feel. Because you know, in Planet of the Apes, I root for the apes. I want the apes to win. But wait, I fucked that up. I want the people to win, not the fucking apes. I got it all backwards. The people need to win. That's what I want to happen in those movies.
King of the Kong.
Get back here. Yeah. Die.
Oh.
You should agree with me. You
I
want
was trying to. It's weird when I can hear my own voice. I'm like,
We're all the same.
I don't cough. I'm good. Just make sure you don't cough directly in the mic because I can hear it all. But yeah, emotional moments. Good movie. Like I would honestly 10 out of 10 for me. I didn't.
10 out of 10. I love the anime feel of it too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That
I'd
was
say-
a 10 out of 10.
I'd say 9 point. My only
Let's-
issues was just like
I always rate it for what it is. You know what I mean? Like I knew going in some of the effects were going to be janky.
it's not the effects. It's more just like really the fucking government didn't get involved at all. Like
Oh, good.
See, I'm thinking like it's odd that they even like they were in such disarray. Like
because they
that
had all
woman-
these ships and like all this shit. And I'm
I was
like, where we
wondering
should
that
get
too.
that?
How did they fund this?
Yeah, like there were a lot of basically the militia that they have near the end to take on Godzilla is made up of former military, basically, of all like Navy and ground troops. And it's like, yeah, where was the Japanese military? Maybe after the war, they were they were doing some other things. So they're slowly forming.
I would say who cares though, because
Yeah, like in the end, it's good.
Movies that the U.S. No, like movies that the U.S. make, they always show the U.S. government. They don't show any,
Exactly.
They don't show any other government. So
And you know, the last movie was Shin Godzilla, and that one involved the government a lot. So I'm glad they took a different approach. And I think they intentionally moved away from that.
it takes one of the movie to do that. Show the governments.
I thought the government was slowly getting involved. Like at first they were like, "Oh, we don't really know what this is," and the people were like, finding this out, and it was like more of a lower class thing that it was slowly going to work up to the government being involved. But they didn't really get there.
The only thing was that they were saying that government was just trying to keep it quiet.
Yeah.
And that they didn't want the Americans to know there was a Godzilla running around.
There was an overarching theme that the government doesn't care about you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was like the government doesn't give a shit about us now because we're lower class people. Because they're not in the big city, you know what I mean? Like, they are in a city, but they aren't in.
Yeah. When did they?
And what's the 40s?
When did they get rid of?
When
did they modernize? Because I know they had an emperor, even if it was like a placeholder, like it didn't actually hold any real power. Yeah. When did they actually abolish the emperor situation? None of us are gonna look.
Because they're a democracy, right?
Now they are. Yeah.
China's communist.
Yeah. Japan, I believe, is a democracy, or else we'd be calling them out all the time.
They are very small though. Not the people.
That's my first thought. Wow.
The country is small. It's a very small country.
Yeah.
Like you see many of them.
So that just
but yeah,
bearing on Japanese history, it's amazing to me to think that Japan fought the states.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Yeah, in World War One. Well, World War One and Two, but one I think they were
Wait,
more.
you didn't know they fought the states?
No, they did. They Pearl Harbor.
No, I thought you said like. I said like you never knew that they fought the states.
Holy fuck! Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor.
that's not a. We can't even.
The fuck was that?
Yeah, so it turns out 1946, the same exact year that we were talking about, that's when the Emperor Hirohito declared he was mortal and not a divine being. And then I guess 1947, they started forming a democracy.
So he was like Kim Jong-un.
So like when this was happening, there was still a sort of an emperor situation going on.
This movie's set in
That sounds cool.
47.
46.
46.
Did it go to 47?
45 to go into 46.
Yeah.
And then when that little girl's a bit older, it's 47, like March.
Most of the movie's 47.
Okay.
But
maybe they just weren't prepared to deal.
See,
I
would give it a 10 out of 10 if they were to do a sequel and say it was set in like the 60s or something or whatever.
Mm.
And
what's a 10 for you?
What?
What's a 10 for you? Like,
I think you give Thanksgiving.
What would make it a 10?
Yeah.
Or did you?
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I would prefer. No, I gave Thanksgiving same thing, 9.5. No. I would have to say this one's probably 9.8 then.
Pretty high up there.
No, but I was saying if they
praise.
ever did a sequel where they what am I trying to say? Oh no, like they reference like a couple of people from this movie. It's like more of a legend because the government covered it up kind of thing.
Mm.
And that would make it really cool because it is like if you think about it, it's a very small event. Like nothing's happened. I mean, a lot happened. There was so much destruction.
30,000 people dead and injured.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
But that would be a crazy cover up, and they could focus on that. And it's cool.
Yeah, I don't.
Imagine if it was actually real life. That was a cover up. that'd be amazing. No Godzilla.
Oh, Godzilla was
It was
real.
real, but it was a cover up. That'd be pretty amazing.
I don't want it to be real.
Well, that'd be amazing.
We'd be
What do you
done.
mean?
Oh fuck! You could destroy us any minute.
You can't get here.
He swims really fast.
That's pretty far though. It is.
I like how he's like, "It's not my life."
It would take a
You'll
day.
never reach it. It's so far.
Oh, yeah. So at the end, I look like a psychopath because I was laughing my ass off at them having this nice reuniting at the end of the movie, and then I was like laughing and I talking. I sound like a fucking psycho.
I was trying to laugh. I have my scarf like this. Like, holy fuck.
Oh, but once
but
again, we had great seats, recliner, fucking
Brandon,
power
yeah,
seats.
Brandon said you said you're falling asleep or something. Right?
Towards the end, yeah. No, I was
Or
dead
say.
tired.
Falling asleep all
No,
night.
no, I was dead tired just for no reason.
You fell asleep last time.
No, but I was a warrior. I was able to fall asleep. so.
Exactly. I never fall asleep in movies.
I went like this. I was like, I slapped myself. Never
He,
still wake
was
up.
just he thought he was a bad boy during the movie.
You mean bad, bad.
Punishment. Wake up.
No, like it was so good. I was falling asleep in the movie.
I thought you hated it when you're saying you're falling asleep. I was like, oh.
So good, I was falling asleep like a massage.
But yeah,
No,
so
No, I don't
highly
really want to.
recommended.
I don't even really want to watch the. I still kind of do, but I don't know. I gotta watch the trailer again. The new Monarch. I think is what it's
The
called.
Monarch Apple TV show.
The
Yeah.
Monarch series got great reviews.
I just don't. Now I have such a specific.
I don't care. Get more Godzilla for me. Give me more.
Oh,
King Kong, right?
It does feel like more of a cartoon, but yeah.
I love Godzilla, man.
this movie is probably like the best Godzilla I've ever watched.
the best.
It
Just
was
the,
the
vis-
best,
the
for sure.
visuals
Emotional.
of
I
every
never got
scene,
any
just
emotion from
walking through like war-torn cities and stuff, or towns and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like just everything, the visuals. Even
It's
when he
the-
was like flying down with that parachute, I was just like, damn, that
Yeah.
movie looks really good.
Godzilla.
It's the very best.
like I never got any emotion from an American Godzilla before.
No, but
Yeah.
like in the American version, I can totally understand their version because if you want Godzilla fighting things,
Yeah,
it's a lot less to have two things just fighting because.
yeah, that's why that's why that's the thing is like stop showing the human stuff, show us monsters because you're not good at the human
Yeah,
stuff.
because
You're
it would
better
be
at the
really
monsters.
weird if it was just like you had two evil monsters and they're fighting on our battlefield. Like there's not much gravity to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like in this one, this Godzilla's not fighting anybody. They're not. They're especially not introducing Mecha Godzilla.
True.
That's what I was thinking. Like the way they ground the world in this movie, I wonder how they could pull that off.
I don't think they would.
Like,
It doesn't make sense now because it's so grounded and based in reality, especially since Godzilla is a dinosaur.
yeah.
Oh, he
That
is.
if they like to think like,
Isn't he like a lizard?
well, they mentioned that he's like they say in the movie that he's like leftover. From,
Leftovers. They said he's leftovers from the previous film.
He's leftover from the Jurassic, like the
He's
dinosaurs.
half lizard, half dinosaur.
But speaking of leftovers, they're doing Thanksgiving.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I'm excited about
25,
that
I
for
think.
sure.
Yeah.
And I liked what Eli Ross said because I watched his little announcement. He said how they could pump this out in a year, but they're going to take a year to really write the script and get it down
Yeah.
before they do the next one, which I was like, that's
Make it
fucking
good.
somebody's fucking thinking for once.
Yeah, they're not just shitting the script out.
Because horror
Shit in this
movies
script,
are the easiest to shoot and turn around. So that's not the biggest issue. The biggest issue is writing the script. Because like if you look at a horror movie, the budgets are abysmal compared to Hollywood blockbusters. Like horror movies, 10, 15 million. That's all you need. You need locations, and you know what? Buckets of corn syrup blood ain't fucking expensive.
Exactly. I feel like somebody's pocketing all that money and not using it on the movie. Somebody is.
Well, Patrick Dempsey was in that movie. They had to pay him. He's the sexiest man alive. Only to me.
But yeah, that was a big chunky Godzilla review. There's there's been a ton of trailers in the past week that we should probably talk
I
about.
thought you were gonna say chunky Godzilla, and I was like, he was a chunky Godzilla.
Yeah, he was actually.
Oh wait, I thought all those trailers came out.
2 did.
There was The Boys, House of the Dragon, and
Oh, I didn't watch House of the Dragon.
Oh yeah, I never saw.
What's the other one? Oh, Fallout.
Yeah. So they also meant, or just while we're in theater, actually, I Am Legend 2 is coming out, and it's based on the DVD ending where he survives and he like.
Nice.
he
Oh, they
finds
just
a cure.
announced that.
Yep, Will Smith and who's the other guy?
Will
Like,
Smith
Michael B. Jordan,
coming
is it?
back.
He's gonna be back.
No more slapping this time.
Nope.
Well, I
Really
hope
have
he
to
does in
sneeze
the
one.
movie.
Yeah.
Huh?
So that's awesome. I'm excited for that. I really
Yeah,
like
That should be
I
the
Am Legend
tagline
stuff.
for the movie.
Yeah.
Like fucking I Am Legend, humans slap back or some shit.
Will Smith slaps back or something.
Like Will Smith. That's the character's name. No, because in the movie, the theatrical ending was he helps the doctor and this girl get away, and he like pulls the pin on a grenade and like runs at the zombies and blows himself
That was
up.
the one I knew. When I
But-
watched it.
Have you seen the other ending?
Yeah, I saw it on YouTube later.
It's the actual ending to the book.
Yeah.
It's like they give the female zombie over to the other zombies.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of like show that there is still humanity in them, and they take her and just kind of leave.
Yeah. So that's cool. I don't know. Is there a sequel to the book? Is that what they're basing this one on? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I'm guessing Michael B. Jordan's going to be playing his son.
You think he has a son now?
I believe he did have a son. I think it's implied they all died. Or they all died, but his entire family died. And he was the legend, right? But maybe his son survived somehow. There were other survivors in there, so it kind of makes sense. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I'm excited regardless. It probably won't be good. Like, it's not going to be
You
good.
just talk all that. We're all,
Yeah.
sounds like we're excited for it. It's probably good stuff.
It's going to be trash. So tomorrow, like I wish it got released today, but tomorrow they're going to have a GTA 6 trailer.
I thought that was Tuesday.
Was it not tomorrow?
It's Tuesday. It's 3 more
I
days.
thought it was tomorrow. Okay,
December
well,
5th.
it's going to be coming out soon. And
Yeah.
hell yeah. Am I right? Oh, that's going to look so good. Imagine if we were talking about it right now.
I'm not even excited for it.
Why,
Just trying
why not?
Chris says.
No,
What
it's
are
just
you excited
it's
for?
just
This
been
happens
too
often.
fucking long. That's
I
all.
want a new GTA.
I'm sure when I watch it, and if it looks really good, I'm like, okay. I've just been so pissed off at Grand Theft Auto for like
the last
5-6 years.
GTA is based on the PS3 graphics architecture. Like they probably didn't do much to up the graphics besides like
yeah
high res shit.
Like I see
So
people
this is
like
gonna be
so
amazing.
fucking hyped for it, and I'm like, I don't understand the hype for it because I feel like this should have came out 3 years ago. It's just been so long.
I wish it came out like 10 years ago.
Watch the release date; it's gonna be like 2020 or something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I want to know the reason behind. I don't care because like these people don't owe us anything. If there was never a good idea up until now, that's also a valid. Because
Okay.
why would they shit out a bad idea?
Mm.
But I'm excited for it.
Man, they're like, I don't believe this shit at all, but there are rumors that it's going to be pay per minute or some crap.
Oh my
People
god!
were mentioning that, like, oh, I'm excited, but there's like, and they're like, there are these serious rumors they're going to have to pay money for like playing for an hour. I said, what?
Like it'll be cool to play if all
Well, that's
four of
the
us
rep they
played
got,
online, did missions because they do
Yeah.
have like an actual story
GTA
mode.
Online is really fun.
I love the story mode in GTA. It's fun,
Yeah.
but it was very crass, very for the times.
True.
People want that to continue. Who knows if it will?
They better do it.
I haven't played in 12 years.
Yeah.
GTA.
It's been a while.
Like there was jokes
lot.
in there about like feminists and fucking everything. And Christian loves those
Played it. Yeah, I
jokes.
played 4.
It's great.
I played 4. 4 was last time I played.
Oh, wait,
Four?
with Nico Belly?
I didn't play 5 once.
Belly.
Bella?
Bellic.
Belly?
Nico.
5 came out now.
I love Nico's belly.
When I said belly, I wasn't thinking Belly.
5 came out
I
9
was
years
thinking
ago,
an
right?
I at
Christian?
the end.
Yeah,
Okay.
I played the San Andreas quite a bit.
When did 5 come out?
2013.
Okay, yeah. Some of you
This is
guys
a good
playing around
It's been
that.
10 years.
Uh,
I remember when
they've
when the game came out in 2013. I went to go buy it, and I needed ID.
Oh yeah, I was there with you. I had a bag of Kit Kats.
That's what you remember.
Yeah, no, because like I was like, fuck, do I eat it here
was like,
on
what?
the bus
I was
stop or do I
20.
go home?
And they're just like, yeah, 'cause it's 17 plus, and I'm like, what? You think I'm younger than 17?
Yeah, it was.
I was
bullshit.
20.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
stupid though. I've never been ID'd for a game ever, and that was just in a
It
Walmart.
is
Like
dumb.
it was like, what's this?
Yeah,
Like who IDs for
It's
games?
trash.
Well, I don't
could've-
think I bought mature games up to that point. Maybe other people did.
But yeah, blame
Oh.
Game Sharks for why we never gotten GTA yet.
I spent like $80
Because
Shark
we found a
card.
way to glitch it. Remember we were selling cars or something with a pawn shop?
Oh yeah, I remember we were doing.
But I'm glad I did that because fuck that. like
I know, I
spending
remember
hundreds of
that.
dollars to get in-game currency.
I never really played the online that much.
So much
It's
fun.
really fun. There's a lot of missions where it's like an actual story. Do you remember?
Yeah.
There's this prison mission that was like they changed it afterwards, but I think it's one of the first missions you need 4 people.
Yeah.
And other missions you can go 2 or 3 or whatever, but this one you need 4 people, and so we had to keep getting other 2 people to play with us, and it was really hard because this is an older mission. And holy fuck, that mission was so
like
fucking
I
hard.
remember we spent like it was an incredibly tough mission. We got to the end of it, and we we both, or just you, because one of us was alive maybe, there was a helicopter and you ran around the helicopter and got obliterated by the propeller. And
I
then we're
ran
like,
up to the
"Fuck."
helicopter. Everyone's like, let's go. We finally fucking did it. And I was like, where do you go inside the helicopter?
Yeah.
And I started running around.
And that's,
Like, I hit by the blade. It was like, and then mission failed.
that set us back.
Fuck, I
weeks.
was pissed. Everyone
We
was
were
like,
weak.
I'm embarrassed too.
oh, man.
Yeah.
Oddly enough,
People are
didn't
watching.
play that much GTA 5 online. I played GTA 4.
I
Does
played
that one
that.
have
Yeah.
online?
Yeah, it was on PS3.
Whenever I think of GTA Online, I think of two things: flying the DeLorean in the sky, and
Driving
us
a girl
doing
into
that,
the river.
that dock mission.
What was
Remember?
that?
There's like a mission we have to go to the docks or something.
Like in the story?
Yeah, like
There's
the
the one where
online
you have to
story.
move the ship. Oh,
The DeLorean one was amazing though. The
Yeah,
flying
once we got
cars.
that was fucking
So
you
amazing.
could have any flying car. Yeah,
But like, have you ever flown the DeLorean that where it's actually like a straight up, you can like, control it to fly around like it's a fucking Harry Potter car.
Yeah.
Like it's not just low gravity and that's good doing a ramp. It's like really good.
That's wacky.
Have you? I know Alexi and I've seen it, but there's a Fallout trailer.
I haven't seen any of the trailers yet for Fallout, The Boys, or
Well, Fallout looks amazing. It looks really good, and it's getting a lot of good reception as well.
Is there? How is the Fallout story taken seriously, or is there always like a jokey tone to it?
It's mostly serious with like a little dash of jokes, like a little
Okay.
campiness.
Because like I have seen Fallout games, and I've seen the Pip Boy, and the Pip
Yeah.
Boy's always like, it always seems like, classic steampunk shit, like happy. But and then the story seems pretty serious. But then I saw the blue and yellow outfit.
Yep.
Classic in the Fallout series. I saw dog meat.
oh yeah,
Dog meat, Brad Roaches. I wanted to see a death claw, but they didn't show it. I guess they're saving it.
That guy is supposedly called a ghoul.
Yeah, the ghoul. Yeah,
do they
They're-
have 1940s music?
they did the entire time. There was something playing,
Ooh.
so that was a good
Okay, I'm gonna have
touch.
to watch this show then.
Yeah, and yeah, overall, if you know the Fallout lore, you'll get it.
And
There's a lot of
it's-
references.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, one thing I left out was like they had the power armor. It looks amazing. It's really good.
Yeah, I saw that one image of.
Like it looks great.
They had like
So
5 of them in a row.
the Brotherhood is making an appearance, I guess. Fuck yeah.
Fuck, what was I getting to here?
You let me go.
What were we talking about?
I
Refresh my memory.
We were
Follow.
talking about Godzilla.
Garfield.
Garfield.
No, that's what it was. Okay, so and comes in the Garfield show. I got a Garfield virus for fuck's sakes. No, in the Fallout show, it big letters comes up and it's being what is the showrunner? The showrunner is Jonathan Nolan,
Yeah.
and he was the showrunner for Westworld,
That's good.
which is highly praised. So it's in good hands.
Yep. He's
That movie, that show went to shit fast. So.
It's true.
It was
Season 1 was
really bad.
amazing though. Like it
Season
was
1 was so
10-10.
fucking good. Second season just fucking went bad, and
A lot of people loved it.
Yeah.
no, not after season.
Something
Season
happened.
1, the way everything was crafted, the story and everything was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Season 2 went in a weird fucking direction. The story was so awful, and then 3, I think Aaron Paul joined at that point or
Oh, yeah.
something.
What, that makes it bad?
No, it just got the
uh,
story was just really
yeah, I'm sure. Like from what I'm seeing so far, it looks like it's gonna be good though.
yeah.
I
Well, there's nothing to really fuck up. Like the thing about Westworld was, I think there's books, right? One book's called Westworld, and then it goes into different things
Oh.
after as different worlds. So that was
Yeah,
kind of the
it
issue. Is people like the Western stuff, and other seasons went to different areas. So it was like it's not the same. Fallout.
Yeah, I never watched it. I just thought people liked it. But yeah, he is attributed to writing a lot of the scripts with Christopher Nolan.
yes.
So Christopher Nolan hasn't had many misses,
Yeah. Like
if any.
I
I don't really know a lot.
expect. Good
I know some
things.
people seem indifferent towards The Dark Knight Rises. I like that movie.
Mhm. Yeah, like so Capcom also confirms there's gonna be more Resident Evil remakes.
Oh,
So
Ooh.
that's a plus for me. Like I'm excited.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do next, but like obviously I think it's fucking be 5.
Res 5.
But like I'm hoping for Code
Yeah.
Veronica.
I'm thinking it's gonna be
Yeah.
Code Veronica
Or Res
do it.
1 remake. Why not? It's already remake
Well,
already.
when does Veronica take place?
between 3 and 4.
It's
Actually, between any time, it might take place at the same time as 4
Like I feel like
because
it would-
Chris is
it
still
could
in
be,
it.
Yeah.
Jill, it doesn't
It's
really
true.
matter because fucking the story just continues in 5.
like if they did like what were we talking about?
Resident Evil remakes.
Holy shit! I fucking
Get
what the hell? That was weird.
RE5.
Talking about Garfield.
Yeah, with Resident Evil.
Like they're gonna do remakes. Like they're probably.
Wait, what's going on right now? Like, I don't know why I'm having a hard time talking.
Cold
You
Veronica.
come rub your
Trying to think of
shoulders?
shit. No, what?
He said, "Oh, do you need me to come rub your shoulders?"
Maybe later.
Do you have anything to say at all?
Wait, what?
The Resident
Are you
Evil
thinking about
remake.
it?
Yeah, what's?
That's what it was. So if they did one, that would be really cool.
Oh yeah.
What?
We
They-
waited
they-
for 4 words.
They've done
4
remakes,
hours.
right? They've done
No,
remakes.
you mean Resident Evil 1.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
That would be
remake
good
already.
as well.
Gets
Yeah.
I don't know how you can do that. Like it would be third person. Because I feel like if you did
Yeah.
it, wait, first person?
I'm not fond
Wait.
of the new Jill.
No, it just wouldn't be fixed camera angles. So,
You don't like Jill?
The newer one.
In
Oh.
3 remake.
Yeah. I like the other
Oh, I
Jill.
don't change. Oh, I said don't change her clothes. I meant like it won't.
don't change her
No, I mean like it won't feel like Jill. It just sounds worse.
I think they would make her look because in the real 3, she was wearing what she wears in Apocalypse.
Right.
Do you guys remember that outfit? Oh, everybody should.
No,
That was a hot fucking outfit in Apocalypse.
Oh.
She was wearing that dress, like that tube top dress, and then it goes to the skirt. That was what she was wearing.
Two there, yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's what she wears in Nemesis.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's where they took that outfit from.
I heard that.
So that's where they took that outfit from. And I feel like they would be, if they remake one, Chris would be smaller, but he would still look like
You wear that
Resident Evil
outfit.
7 Chris. Actually, he's not like overly ripped in
look like
7
a
or 8. He might
little
look
bit.
like a younger version of that.
There was no need for RE5 Chris to look like that. Where
No.
He's just huge.
No, we've been lifting.
Like,
Like last time I fought Wesker, I was a little bitch, and then you just see him in the gym like
yeah.
Like,
Also, speaking of Resident Evil, the Resident Evil 4 VR for the remake trailer came out.
I thought that's what you guys were playing.
so you can't play on the
Oh.
VR headset, the newest
I
No.
don't know why I thought that.
Really? No, I'd be fucking amazed if I was
Person-
got to play that.
You can't play in VR. The remake?
No, like this one, like you probably could, but they made an exclusive to PS5,
Oh,
and
PlayStation. VR.
which sucks because goddamn, would that be really cool? Michael Myers give us a fucking finger. But yeah, I'm excited for that. Some of us saw the trailer. It looks good. If it didn't cost $800 for a fucking headset, I would
Does
probably
it?
yeah. It's too expensive.
Is it 800?
I looked it up,
Is it
so I was like
six?
maybe, but yeah, it's probably something like that. It's too much.
Yeah, especially since you own one already. It's
Yeah,
it's
like,
a
why
lot.
can't I just plug this one in and there you go?
And then it
I
would
don't-
probably be like, what would you play on that? Just that?
So it
Is
would
the
look
game
exactly-
worth
yeah, it's just
$800?
One game.
It
There's-
looks shit, I guess.
There's
right?
more
You play on
versatility
VR.
with a PC headset versus a console.
Well, you could
headset.
also play Resident Evil 8 VR.
Yeah.
So you guys watched? Did you watch the boys trailer?
I have
I did.
not seen it yet.
So was Jeffrey Dean Morgan liking it?
I saw a brief moment. with him.
Yeah,
He
he's
seemed good.
briefly in the trailer. You see like a side shot of him walking, and then later he has a couple lines.
So is he like I know
What do you
people are
want to know?
really.
Is he hot? What are you
Just a little cocaine.
I know a lot of people
I just
are
want to know more stuff.
hyped for him in it because
Great actor.
He seems like he's
he
doing good in
fits
there.
that show so perfectly.
Yeah, just like Giancarlo Esposito. He fit right in.
One of the bad boys.
You know what I mean? No, it works well though.
He's one of the bad boys.
Fit right in.
That's right.
I don't know what Jeffrey Dean Morgan is. He seems like a CIA agent.
He was talking to
Butcher.
Butcher, I guess.
So I'm wondering if he's part of the CIA.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, because the Butcher was saying, like, what's your code name? He's the boys. Then Jeffrey Dean Morgan, like, cracks a joke about that.
Yeah, he's like, really?
Yeah, really? You're calling yourself that? And it's something like that. But it seems good.
The trailer looks off the fucking wall. Like as a fucking.
He can be good, but he has to be a dick at least.
I'm gonna
I
have
want
to.
to see his dick.
No, he has to be a dick. He don't know, like he has to be a dick. No, like he has to be a dick
He
if
can
he's
be good,
good.
but I have to see his dick at least.
No, like but he has to be a dick though.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
I'll have to
You
review
want
this
to
show
see it
though.
too?
The No Forest wants them.
Speaking of the boys, the boys Mexico is like a spin-off, and it's in the works, and Diego Luna is going to be one of the stars in it. And people are cracking jokes like, are they going to use the yellow filter for Mexico?
Oh,
yeah.
God,
No.
yeah, the
Oh,
sepia tone.
Yeah, the
like-
yellow
yeah, like
sepia tone.
The piss color.
Like Breaking Bad did that a
Is
lot.
it sepia?
Yellow sepia tone.
Is it sepia or sepia?
No, sepia.
Oh fuck! Now I look stupid.
You say sepia.
James, I'll be right there.
Cut it.
Cut it.
That's What is it?
We're fused. We can't cut.
Sepia.
But yeah, I mean, I hear good things about Gen V. I haven't seen it,
Gen V was really good.
so
It was-
is it gonna be good too? What's his name? Luga.
Who?
Diego Luna. He did great in Andor, so he's probably do good here too. He's the guy. He's the main. He's Andor.
Is he starring in it?
Uh
I thought he was like something else.
We're talking about the guy.
oh wait, you know what? Fuck, I should have read the entire note. He's gonna be producing it.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's not gonna be.
The
Well,
Andor
he
guy?
might appear as a cameo, but he's producing it. So we'll see.
Isn't it weird? Like Seth Rogen is like a big part of the boys. Like backstage,
that is
he's like a
weird.
producer.
Really? Wow.
really?
That's actually when I first watched the first season. I was like, oh, this is whatever. That's the first kind of thing I got.
And
Now looking back, it's not.
he's
But-
it's to do with Invincible as well.
Really.
He likes the boys.
What?
He was outing him. And we are the boys USA. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Any other? I mean, they're obviously going to be making a Five Night at Freddy's sequel because the first one did so well.
Yeah.
And that was kind of announced. It's in development now.
They have
so-
to call it Night 2 or something.
Yeah, they're probably going to be
Oh, wait.
following the video games.
It's not
It's probably he probably spends 5 nights there, so it would be
and we all
I don't know how these movies work.
Prequel.
and we're all like dumb for a second. We're like thinking to agree with you. Well, not calling you dumb.
Yeah, I'll edit that part. And I'll just have you guys all. Yeah,
I never saw the movie yet, but I hear
Forrest has.
it's a fun movie, a fun ride.
Which one? Oh yeah. It's I mean, compared to Godzilla, it's
Not that great.
nowhere near
Oh,
as
true,
good as that.
yeah.
It's an enjoyable movie. Like
You got to set your expectations right.
it's just like I don't know. I'm fine with it.
it made me want to watch Train to Busan again.
There's a sequel, right?
Yeah, I wasn't really rated that good.
Train to Busan is I didn't like it that much at first, but what it was that it was so hyped. It was so hyped, and I watched it, and I was just didn't meet those expectations. But it's a really good zombie story.
That guy who was just that fucking beast in the train.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck, he was fucking
I
too
know.
deadly. He had main character energy. I'll tell you that.
Did anybody see the Suicide Squad anime trailer?
I did.
I
What
liked
is
it
it
a lot.
called?
Ooh.
It looks really good.
Say the last word. What is it, like Isataku?
Oh, I just know that it was Suicide Squad.
Okay, cut that.
You just had that. Racist
No, there is
bastard.
like there is something that it's called Suicide.
It looks
Squad.
really good. And I bring that up because they're also going to do a Terminator anime on this one's on Netflix.
I will say, strange to include Clayface. He's one of the main characters in the Suicide Squad. Is Clayface
yeah,
not usually somebody who's included?
I guess
in
they
the
wanted to
Suicide
swap
Squad.
it up.
Like,
but,
how do you even plant a bomb in his neck?
That's a good point. How do you capture Clayface? So, like the entire premise of Suicide Squad has never interested me, but it being anime, it just works. It just feels like a fun anime to watch. Probably better than Onimusha.
And I don't even watch that many. Oh, fuck you.
We'll see.
You're like, you made me watch it.
Now's your time.
I don't usually watch animes that much.
It's been a while since I've seen one, but I do.
You watched, what was that one? The boxing one.
Oh yeah.
And you just watched Onimusha.
I watched Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. I hear that one's good.
That was
yeah.
the latest new one I watched.
It was called Megalobox.
Megalobox. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
you
one of-
told me about that. and you didn't know
Megalobox. It's a song from Undertale.
Demon Slayer's-
Castlevania.
Hey, your brother
Incredible.
offered me
What?
his
I'm lonely.
whatever to use the Crunchyroll or whatever.
Oh, yeah?
I just haven't been watching TV shows at all lately.
It's good.
I want to get into more anime.
I can recommend one.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
What was
there's a lot.
Megalobox?
It's a good one. It's a Rocky. I think I might have described it to you once, but it's like imagine Rocky, but it's in a world where everybody uses like arm enhancements, like a metal arms, basically. But he does it classic, and he kicks their ass. So it's fun to watch.
Isn't that a new one?
Yeah.
Okay, so Michael B.
4
Jordan,
years
is it,
ago.
right?
What?
Michael B. Jordan.
This is anime.
Well, he's
Oh, he could have been. I don't know.
it's supposed to be taking place in space.
I only saw the.
It's like boxing in
What are you
space.
talking about?
It's boxing in space, but an anime with Michael B. Jordan.
Space.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
wacky.
so that's something different. I don't know what that is, but
well,
okay. There probably is going to be an anime involving him,
They have done Godzilla in space before.
probably.
Godzilla's been everywhere.
That's right.
I've just seen a lot of those movies where they're like, I don't know if it was in space, but they had spaceships. I don't know if they were in space. They might have just been flying to Earth, but everyone dressed weird. It was
Like, you have to remember, like,
damn.
what is it, like Toho or whatever? Is that the company that has
Yeah,
Godzilla? Toho, they found out that they could make Godzilla cheap and make a bunch of money off of it. That's what they did. And Godzilla fought everybody. And like I said, I've watched those movies, and then it's like, oh no, there's an alien, and it's like there's two paper plates on a string.
Yeah.
Which also, speaking of
Beast.
Beast, Transformers Masterpiece, they're doing a Rhinoc now.
Oh hell yeah!
Speaking of beasts,
That's right.
Wow.
So
I'm excited.
they haven't done it in a bit. I know COVID kind of fucked everything up for a bit.
Right.
But they're doing Rhinox. He's coming out October.
Cool.
He's a little bit bigger than Optimus.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, that's
I want to see.
Not this big.
I want to see Megatron eventually. Though, with you do. Okay, maybe I forgot.
But yeah, it's
Okay, I must have forgotten.
it's like masterpiece collection toys are all like
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Like they're
Literally,
1-to-1 with
they're
the show.
high end like Transformer toys. I have
and
all
they
the
do a
Beast Wars
variety of-
ones so
Yeah,
far.
Dinobot.
Yeah,
You have
that-
Cheetor.
Yeah, they're all like $400 or $500 each.
Names them all.
I have Cheetor,
this, you have
Dinobot, Black Arachnia, Tigertron, Optimus.
So like the new ones, right? The ones came out. With the
Yeah.
Master.
Which yeah,
You guys say the Master Collection, it just makes me think of Metal Gear. I'm so pumped. Metal Gear
Metal
Volume
Gear.
2 Master Collection.
what's that?
The rest of the games. Well, we
Oh,
played the
yeah, that's
we
right.
played the first Master Collection, which is the original NES. We didn't play those because it's mostly gameplay. And then the story of Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3 we just played through, but there's still 4 Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes, and Phantom Pain to play.
Right.
And the story is awesome. The gameplay is fucking wild. 4 is gonna be a fucking experience because like I usually play these games before work. I might only be able to play 4 unless we have a lot of time before work or before fucking or on Sunday at night, because like fucking Metal Gear Solid 4 will be like, here you go, here's a 50-minute cutscene, and then you're like, well,
Wait,
there's
yeah.
9 hours of cutscenes
Like,
in that game.
wow.
We'll start a stream at John Odds on Twitch, and then it'll just be a cutscene, and then we'll end it.
We can pause the cutscenes.
Oh, that's good.
But we
you
got to
could-
make sure we don't close the game because we didn't save.
Yeah, that was a issue we had before.
I don't know.
But,
Is there auto save? PS3 game.
Oh, true.
But I remember you save.
Also,
It's a
I
long
want to
thing.
start playing Devil May Cry.
Yes, we also got to start playing Devil
Oh,
May
yeah.
Cry.
Devil May Cry.
And we also have to play Final Fantasy 7 fucking
Afterbirth.
no.
Afterbirth.
Is that what it's called?
No.
Before birth.
It's called Rebirth is the
Oh,
Rebirth is the next game, but we still have to play
Afterbirth.
Interlude.
They're all babies.
Interlude.
Okay, and yeah.
No, Afterbirth isn't.
That's like
Afterbirth
placenta
is like
and-
this gross fucking liquid placenta that comes out.
What? Yeah, besides that.
Its reaction. What?
What? I didn't need to know
maybe,
this.
maybe we should say that.
Yeah, like there's like this is like holdover from previous weeks that I've got. Might as well get this shit out of the way. So Nicholas Holt is Lex Luthor. We knew that for a while now, but good choice for Lex Luthor.
He's a good actor. He was Nux in Mad Max Fury Road.
Wasn't he Beast?
He was Beast.
He's a beast.
Speaking of Beast.
Oh, that's the guy. Okay.
Yeah, he's
I
the
know.
guy. What a day, what a lovely day in Mad Max.
Oh, I never saw that yet.
What?
I saw
Yeah, I
Beast
never
though,
watched that.
You guys are scum. They just released the Furiosa trailer.
which I also saw and I was
Which
confused. I was like,
I've
what's
seen
going on
that
here?
trending.
Yeah, it's the
Stars Anna
prequel
Taylor-Joy.
to Mad Max Fury Road, starring Furiosa, starring Anya Taylor-Joy.
Is she supposed to be Furiosa?
Yes,
Okay.
it was Charlize Theron in the first movie,
They
and now since it's a prequel, and Charlize didn't want to de-age herself, it's Anya Taylor-Joy.
yeah.
And isn't she supposed to be in something?
Yeah, she was rumored to be Silver Surfer. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but that was the rumor.
That's weird.
Was it?
Yeah.
Gonna be in something else.
Have you guys
My
watched?
bed.
Have you guys watched or heard of the Osborne podcast?
No, but who is it? Is it Ozzy?
Yeah, they're family.
Holy fuck!
Ozzy.
How do you understand what that guy says?
It's actually a pretty good podcast. Because they talk about outrageous shit
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
And Ozzy's like,
Yeah,
I can only understand Ozzy when he sings.
God.
which is like the weirdest thing. I want to
You want to do a deep dive?
I want to see him actually sing, like going from talking to like singing. I just want to see like a behind the scenes. It's so hard to believe that he can sound like that, and then he sings and he doesn't sound like anything.
Did you ever see the behind the scenes of Michael Jackson? It's like an audio cassette of him recording like "Beat It" or whatever. Or yeah.
Oh, and he's doing all the
Yeah, it's like, okay, this is what it's going to be sounding like. Then he's like, dun, dun,
like the judge do Michael impression.
Okay, now. I don't
yeah.
know.
No, when he actually is talking, he's like, I was surprised. Like, holy fuck, he has a really light voice.
You didn't know that?
It sounds so. That's way lighter than I thought.
Yeah, he has like the.
But yeah, he
voice in
hummed
the
out like
world.
the entire fucking song, and he couldn't play any instruments. So I guess he just gave that to the other guys, and they were like, all right.
Yeah,
this-
that's one criticism everyone always says. Like, oh, he's not a musician; he's just a singer and a dancer. But
Yeah,
he has everything in his head.
the
he
entire
just will
fucking
be
thing
like,
was in his head.
He'll like kind of sing it out loud, and he'll
Very
try to get
impressive.
someone to like do something.
It's a very creative person.
So shotgun round, Creed 4 is in development. I gotta
Wait,
see
hold on.
Creed
What
2.
were we talking about? I had something to say.
Garfield.
Garfield
You gotta let it go.
-2 is in development.
Not everything's about Garfield.
Garfield
I see
-2.
orange hair on the ground. The sequel.
What were we just talking about? How does this
How
happen?
are you guys forgetting shit? We're talking about Creed 4. Creed 4. I still have to see Creed 2 and 3.
Talking about
But I liked Creed 1 for sure.
I haven't seen Creed 3
I
either.
haven't seen Creed 2, 3.
2, 3.
I haven't seen 1, 2, 3.
But yeah, I don't know anything about this except it's in development. We'll see if Jonathan Majors
gotta
makes a
watch.
return. His trial, I think, started a couple days ago.
Well, I think with
Or maybe he dies in the movie. I don't know.
normally all of the Rocky movies,
Like you fight someone else, right?
he fights
You
somebody
get another
else.
I bet they're
fighter.
really bad, the other ones.
So
I bet 2, one of the best ones.
That would be cool though,
Because they're
to
just.
have one of the boxers' opponent, because it's always like in the movie, it's like fucking Creed or Rocky gets beat and they come back
who do you
stronger.
think is a good contender for another fighter for, I guess, Michael B. Jordan? Like Jonathan Majors came out of nowhere as well. I didn't
I
realize he'd
wouldn't,
be.
Well,
AI Zilla.
Oh, why is he touching himself?
Is he? Yeah, he is.
He's grabbing his nuts. What the fuck? Okay.
That's the terrifying vision of touching his fucking cat
God damn
nuts.
it, Garfield. So one last thing is that Dave Filoni now has the same role as Kevin Feige. Yeah. This happened at like about 2-3 weeks ago, but actually, I think this actually took place a couple months ago. We just heard about it like 2 weeks ago. So people are excited about that because people like Dave Filoni still. I know Ahsoka was a little shaky for a lot of people because the quality was in certain choices. But overall, he's the best Star Wars that
I
we're
wanna say
getting right
movie.
now.
Do you think Sam
Enough
Witwer
TV
should be
shows.
involved?
I really do think, like
Like-
from everything I see about him talking about Star Wars, it seems like he knows a lot and cares about it.
enough TV shows.
I think he should be in the creative process, not just the
Exactly.
voices.
Yeah,
But
bring him in.
I see him talking. How long has Filoni been into this world? Was he involved in the Clone Wars?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Prequels.
he basically made the Clone Wars.
since 2007.
So that's like 2007.
Well, he was involved in the prequels, right?
A little bit.
Was it?
Episode
Yeah, I
1,
didn't see
2,
too much
3. One of
behind
those,
the scenes.
somewhere around there. I believe he joined, and then I think he got involved with. Could be wrong.
Yeah, I did not know this. This is all
So
new to me.
they say like he's been tutored under George Lucas or
Yeah,
whatever.
like
So he's like a mini George.
So I knew about him, like that.
Yeah.
He's just been around, and they haven't let him do anything.
But even Kathleen Kennedy was like George's pick, right? He's been around for a long time.
It's true.
She was a producer.
I wonder
though,
how
before
much-
This.
I mean, yeah, I guess we know what kind of results that led to.
I think she was pretty close to George.
I think
right?
George was very happy with the like $6 billion he was like sniffing through,
Yeah, he doesn't have to do anything.
and he's
now.
like, "Oh yeah, Kathy, sure."
And he said something where he's like, he said he was like, I think when he sold, he said he was just gonna make movies but never show them to anybody.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, I heard that. Yeah,
Why?
Yeah, he was like, I'm just gonna make movies for me and just watch them.
well, he's 80, right?
That's weird.
He's like 80 years old
He's
or something.
80
now.
next year.
Like, well, and he just had a kid. It's his first kid.
Yeah.
And I've seen a
Well,
lot
that
of
might have been like 10 years ago
Wait,
or something.
Did he?
He had a kid when he was
Yeah.
70.
And he's always
Yeah.
wanted a kid, and he just had a kid. And
Yeah.
I do think he regrets selling Star Wars though,
Fuck.
Probably.
Disney, because of what they've done to it. I think he was supposed to be a little bit more involved, but just more like behind the scenes.
And his script was
Right,
total
yeah.
garbage.
He was
And then
supposed
all
to
of a
be-
sudden, that he went in there and they were wanting to do all this, and he's like, "Well, no, they should be more like this," and they kind of like ignored him, and he was like, "All right, I see how."
Like, he was supposed to-
He kind of just backed off.
At least have approval on the scripts or write the scripts, and Disney can look at them. But it was said that Disney just chucked out all of his scripts for
Yeah.
like ideas for stories.
I
So
Fucking asshole.
I don't mind
it
George.
is what it is.
Yeah,
But George is an odd
character.
character
He is odd
because
actually.
the prequels weren't masterpieces.
Yeah,
They were technologically masterpieces for the time.
Yeah.
The dialogue was lacking. and they were whatever.
I liked what it did for the universe of Star Wars. I didn't like. It expanded it so much, and there were so many other spin-offs with the Clone Wars, stuff like that.
I would say George is a better world builder than he is story writer.
Exactly. Yeah, I would agree.
Because the movies that he directed were worse than the ones he didn't.
Yeah.
Empire and Return of the Jedi, he did not direct. So, and he wrote the story for him. He did not write the
The
script.
sequel sucked. Wolverine.
I still laugh.
Oh, yeah.
At the you know, in Ahsoka, like you laugh too. Actually, when Anakin and Ahsoka are talking in the dream world, and Ahsoka's like, "Well, you did all those awful things. You killed all those kids," and Anakin's like, "Is that what this is about?" like his entire Darth Vader reign was a fucking phase he had.
Yeah.
It's like
I
what?
should play Darth Vader music when he said that.
And that's exactly how he did it. He walked off. Okay, I guess.
What this is about.
That's
You're still
exactly.
hanging back on those fucking kids.
You haven't let that go yet? Come on.
Why are you thinking about that still, you know?
I was just a murderer for like 30 years.
But it is officially Christmas for us, kind of. Like, not Christmas Day, but
Is it
Christmas
really?
season. December.
I thought you were going to get emotional with us. It's technically Christmas because I'm here with my friends. Just breaks down, hugs us.
There's the Christmas lights. It went off. I killed Summer Santa.
Oh,
I got his
he
fuck.
deserved it. He's a creep. I guess we could wrap this one up, eh?
Yeah.
Been almost an hour and a half.
Go out
boy.
there and watch Godzilla -1.
Get out. Yeah. Well, you can wait. Well, actually, watching
Do
theater,
it.
watching a better theater than we did, but we
Yeah.
watched. And yep. we watched it. But thanks everybody for coming to this episode of The Empty Minds. This is episode 23?
23.
23. So as always, you can follow me at twitch.tv/BigBudge, as well as I appear on the John Odds YouTube and Twitch channel.
Yeah.
And that's all for Big Budge.
Yeah, you can find me Bobbity188. I appear with John Odds.
Yeah. On
On
Twitch and on YouTube.
We said at
channel.
the same time.
Yeah.
On Twitch.
Triple eights. And you can find me at John.
No,
No,
there's 2/8 version.
No, there's 3. I swear there's 3 fucking.
No, there's
Hold on.
188. There's 3 numbers, but 2 8s.
Fuck, wait, no, how many 8s is that?
Dude,
Fuck, there's 2
there
8s.
was 4 8s.
Why don't you keep these 3
There was
fucking-
4 8s at once, but
Okay.
it was like it's too ridiculous.
So let's do a double 8s.
and
Yeah. You can find me at twitch.tv/John. I was probably playing Lethal Company
I'm playing everything or
or
nothing.
James Bond games. I'm also on YouTube, same name.
And we're going to AI Forest at the end.
I know.
Same as
Where
that.
can we find you?
Wait,
I love that we didn't have to be quiet. It's just that we got it. We were
I'm
I'm just
legit-
gonna leave it in.
Wait.
we're gonna AI him.
wait, on that site? You're on that site?
Hit it.
X videos.
That's what he gets for walking away early.
That's
Yeah,
what he gets.
he didn't
Fuck
do
you.
his
We'll put
outro.
videos in.
Where can we
Find
find
the old
him?
podcast. Podcast videos.
You want to find him? We can't even find him.
Where can we find him? He's not fucking there.
You used to play a thing we're all looking for like 5 seconds.
I know, right?
Actually, no, that makes us look stupid.
Oh,
We look stupid. We didn't notice he left.
Yeah. Do you look at cartoon? We're like, what? Where did he go? All right.